Hello, my name is Zach England, and I am a CHAIRE graduate student. Today, I am presenting to you Personality in Zoo Animal Welfare, Decreased Costs and Increased Rewards, which is part of my master's thesis background in methodology. Public concerns over zoos and aquariums have changed over the past decade. Recent research has found that visitors are beginning to require zoos and aquariums to thoroughly investigate the welfare of the animals for which they care. Even a quick Google Scholar search of animal welfare and behavior or biomarkers brings up almost 3 million results, showing their prevalence in the field of animal welfare science as well as adjacent fields. However, for most studies, we are talking about hundreds of hours of behavioral observations as well as hundreds of samples collected for biomarker analysis, which leaves us with a stark problem. All animals deserve optimal welfare, but not all institutions can afford expensive or time-consuming measures of testing, such as behavior observations or biomarker analysis for every single animal in their care. The goal of my master's thesis project is to provide animal care staff with a low-input resource that can be used to help determine which animals might be at a larger risk for poor welfare. The objective is to explore the relationship between the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium's animal program's penguins' behavior, corticosterone, personality, and temperament. We will be using 4 different measurement techniques, which are behavioral observations, fecal corticosterone sampling, personality surveys, and a novel object test. The first measure, behavioral observations, will be captured via video recordings and will measure individual behaviors and their frequencies in our population of penguins. We will be collecting approximately 168 hours of behavioral observations. The second measure, fecal corticosterone sampling, will be collected by trainers and will measure individual fecal corticosterone levels in the penguins. For this study, we will be collecting approximately 150 samples. Measure number 3, the penguin personality surveys, will be completed by the trainers and evaluate personality traits and trainer-animal relationships within our population. These surveys take approximately 15 minutes to complete. Finally, our fourth measure is the novel object test, which will be facilitated by the trainers and captured via video recordings. This will allow us to evaluate individual animals' temperament on a shyness to boldness scale and will take approximately 4 hours. Just to reiterate, this study involves 2 high-input techniques, the 168 hours of behavior and approximately 100 fecal samples, and 2 low-input techniques, the 15-minute surveys and approximately 4-hour novel object test. This methodology is important because it compares resource-intensive means of welfare monitoring with less resource-intensive ones, as well as allows management to better understand how the animals that they care for cope with stressors in their environment. We are hypothesizing that for this study, we will see correlations between more aggressive behaviors, low corticosterone levels, less fearful and/or more aggressive personality traits, as well as increased boldness. As well as, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we will see correlations between less aggressive behaviors, high corticosterone levels, more fearful and/or less aggressive personality traits, and increased shyness measured by the novel object test. These hypotheses are based on previous studies that looked at 1 or 2 similar measures as we are, but as far as we know, we are the first to do this research design that includes all 4 measures in one population of penguins. In closing, this study will add to the growing body of literature relating animal behavior, endocrinology, and personality, as well as give animal care staff another tool to help provide their animals with optimal welfare. By exploring less resource-intensive measures, we may be able to make better informed decisions about what is best for animal welfare, without having to spend excess time and resources on behavioral observation and biomarker sampling. Animal care staff will be able to use extra resources on providing more time to build relationships with their animals, professional development, and increasing opportunities for positive welfare. Thank you so much for listening today, and please email me with any questions you might have. Thank you.